Announce the Williston Auto Player of the Game right here on 660 Keys News Radio, and that is going to go with Elizabeth Field, and she was really the spurring force that got the Tetons going, and her help, she came in with 8 steals to go along with her 11 points and 5 rebounds, and the Tetons took the pedal off in that third quarter, or else Field would have had a good chance to get a triple-double in the game. So congratulations, Elizabeth, on being named the Williston Auto Player of the Game. 11 minutes left to go before we get underway with the men's game. We're going to take a 5-minute timeout, and we'll be back for the pregame show right here on 660 Keys News Radio.
From their humble beginnings in 1910 through 4 generations, family-owned First International Bank and Trust has been delivering on the promise to help dreams come true, one customer at a time. Their style of banking places the focus on you first and your overall experience, keeping your best interests in mind and striving to provide smart financial solutions that improve and simplify your life, letting you get back to what matters most. First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
On Sundays, your NFL team is always playing at Buffalo Wild Wings. With 63 HD TVs having the NFL package, you will not miss a minute of action. Enjoy wings, salads, sandwiches, and more as your teams take the field. Come in and fan up while enjoying the variety of beers on tap from kickoff to the final whistle. Located at 417 Rieger Drive in Williston, North Dakota, football lives here. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, beers, sports.
Performance Plus, something new from American State Bank and Trust Company, an account that fits your active lifestyle. Free digital banking services including bill pay, remote deposit, and e-statements, an instant issue debit card, limited ATM fee refunds, and no maintenance fees. Go to ASBT.com for terms and conditions and stop in our Main or North offices to open your new Performance Plus account. Banking the American State way. It's banking your way with Performance Plus. Member FDIC.
Earning your degree doesn't mean putting your life on hold. Williston State College offers a wide array of associate and associate of applied science programs that fit your busy lifestyle. They are flexible, convenient, and career-focused to what your goals are, and taught by experienced and engaged faculty. With 13 CTE and 15 academic programs, you can take classes fully online to meet the demands of life on the farm, in the patch, or simply raising a family.
Williston State College, where the people make the difference. Please visit online at willistonstate.edu/apply.
So you need a new vehicle. You've done your homework, and a new Honda would be perfect. Reliable, fuel efficient, stylish, perfect. But where do you go? Why not your hometown Honda dealer, Ryan Honda at Ryan Motors in Williston. We have a nice selection of affordable new Hondas, and when it comes time for service, Ryan Honda's authorized Honda Service Center will keep your Honda running its best for years. Come see us today, your full-service hometown Honda dealership, Ryan Honda at Ryan Motors in Williston, or shop ryanhonda.net.
When you're looking for a new or a different home, seek the counsel of the professionals at Basin Brokers. Basin Brokers has offices in Plentywood, Montana, Watford City, and Williston. The realtors at Basin Brokers know the market and will help you find the home that fits your requirements and budget. They're happy to answer all your questions about the area. The real estate office you want to know is Basin Brokers in Watford City, Plentywood, and Williston. Find them online at basinbrokers.com.
Of all your choices for a financial institution, clearly the best is the West. Western Cooperative Credit Union is money done the Western way. WCCU provides you with good old-fashioned Western hospitality every time you walk through our door. We treat you like neighbors ought to treat each other, because that's just who we are, neighbors. So head west. You'll know you're here when you see the bison on our sign. Join the herd at Western Cooperative Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
McDonald's of Williston is proud to support all the Williston State Teton athletic teams and would like to wish them success this season. McDonald's would like to thank the community of Williston and the surrounding area for your patronage over the years. Hey, the next time you're in town, stop by McDonald's for a great meal or a quick snack. McDonald's of Williston. Breakfast, lunch, or dessert, come on into McDonald's of Williston. Proud to be a part of Teton Athletics and proud to be part of the Williston community.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure... Jim. Jim.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
You don't have to drive hundreds of miles to get a great deal on a new or used vehicle. Price sells cars at Williston Auto. We're in the business of beating the deal from any dealer. Go ahead, shop around from Bismarck to Billings. Then bring us their best deal. We'll squish it like a bug and beat it like a rented mule. No animals or insects were injured while making this commercial. Price sells cars at Williston Auto and WillistonAuto.com. See dealer for the news.
Mike, we're back here for Teton basketball. We are pregame of the men's game. It is sophomore night here in Williston, so we're afforded a little bit more time than usual. As both teams headed to the locker room, then we'll have sophomore recognition and then a little more time to warm up before we get underway. First thing off, we will take a look at the Dakota College at Bottineau men's basketball team. They're coming into the game. Bottineau having themselves a good year on the men's side of things. They're coming into this season on towards the top and second place of the Montague Conference in standing, 16-4 overall on the season. 16-4 in conference, 22-7 overall. It will be the Jacks and the Thunderbirds of United Tribes. They'll be taking part in the D2 tournament, so they won't be a part of the Division I conference tournament that's going to kick off here this upcoming week. Looking at stats for Bottineau, they're coming into the game averaging 85 points per contest, shooting 48% from the field, 34% from deep, and 74% from the charity stripe. Pulling down 39 rebounds per game and getting 15 assists on their made field goals, of which they're making about 30.5 field goals made per game. Bottineau coming back out on the court, looking to keep things going. Of those 39 rebounds they're pulling down, they're getting 29.5 defensive, 9.5 offensive rebounds. They're holding their opponents to just under 80 points per game, and their opponents are shooting 43.4% from the field, 37% from beyond the arc. So Bottineau looking to get another win here of the Tetons. Tetons looking to get a win while they're standing now as we look at the schedule. Last update is in a little bit of jeopardy right now. If the Tetons lose and Lake Region beats Bismarck State, it would change the official standings. And with games going on today, either it is still either holds true that the Tetons don't know where they will be going to play, but they do know that they will be going on the road, either Miles Community College or Bismarck State. Bismarck State and Lake Region about to kick off from Devil's Lake, the second of that matchup. Tetons, if they're able to take over on against Bottineau here today, they will be holding on to that 8th spot in conference standings. They'll still take on the number 3 seed. Lake Region State would need some help. They need to beat Bismarck, and they need Tetons to lose. Miles Community College also on the road and will be playing a factor into the final standings for the bottom 4 teams. Tetons coming into the game, here the 5-22 overall record, 3-12 in conference play, losers of their last 4, and are 2-8 here at home in Williston. They're shooting 38% from the floor, making just under 64 points per game, hitting 28.6% from beyond the arc, and just under 66% from the charity stripe. Of their 31-plus rebounds they pulled down a game, 24.5 are coming from the offensive end, just under 7 a game are coming, 24.5 are coming from the defensive end, just under 7 are coming from the offensive end. They're allowing their opponents to score 77 points per contest, shoots 46.9% from the field, and 32.7% from beyond the arc. couple minutes left to go here before we have the sophomore night or sophomore afternoon celebration here from the Well in Williston. 3 sophomores on the squad. It is Apollo Beck, Shahid Muhammad, and Abby Adedo. All be getting recognition here. Start off, we'll let you know who those 3 are right now. Apollo Beck, the 6-foot sophomore guard here from Williston. First of 2, he had to sit out the first semester, but he was back in, and now he has been a role player for the Tetons, coming off the bench on several occasions and putting up some good work. Also knocking down shots from beyond the arc. Starting point guard, 6'5" freshman from Austin, Texas. 5'11" sophomore guard from Arden Hills, Minnesota, number 11, Shahid Muhammad, the second of 3 sophomores, and he has been a Mr. Do-It-All for Williston State, really pacing that offense when he is on the court. And rounding things out is the 6'6" sophomore center from London, England, number 23, Abby Adedo. He is the second leading scorer on the team and is an inside-out big man, and he's really developed here throughout the season, pouring in over 20 points on multiple occasions throughout the year. Here they have the final 30 seconds is going to wind off of the clock, and they have to see some placards alongside of the bench, so we'll see if they're going to have a sophomore recognition or if they're just going to get to it here from the Well in Williston. We'll keep it here if they have the starting lineups, and if they have their sophomore recognition, we're going to toss it back to the studio for a few minutes. We'll find out here in just a second as they have the time stopped, 20 minutes up on the clock. And first announcements are being made here. It looks like we're getting ready to go. And they are going to do the recognition of the sophomores on the They have a couple recognitions here on the court. We'll send it back to the studio for a 3-minute timeout. We'll be back for more Teton basketball pregame right here on 660 Keys News Radio.
G&G Pharmacy, an independent, locally owned retail pharmacy committed to providing you top-notch customer service from their friendly, fast, and knowledgeable staff. Open 7 days a week. G&G Pharmacy offers the convenience of a drive-through window and a traditional retail store. Melissa and Doug toys available at their downtown Service Drug location. And no more wondering when your prescription's ready. Use the mobile app or receive a text message when it's ready from G&G Pharmacy. 572-RXRX. That's 572-7979.
From their humble beginnings in 1910 through 4 generations, family-owned First International Bank and Trust has been delivering on the promise to help dreams come true, one customer at a time. Their style of banking places the focus on you first and your overall experience, keeping your best interests in mind and striving to provide smart financial solutions that improve and simplify your life, letting you get back to what matters most. First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
On Sundays, your NFL team is always playing at Buffalo Wild Wings. With 63 HD TVs having the NFL package, you will not miss a minute of action. Enjoy wings, salads, sandwiches, and more as your teams take the field. Come in and fan up while enjoying the variety of beers on tap from kickoff to the final whistle. Located at 417 Rieger Drive in Williston, North Dakota, football lives here. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beers, sports.
Performance Plus, something new from American State Bank and Trust Company, an account that fits your active lifestyle. Free digital banking services including bill pay, remote deposit, and e-statements, an instant issue debit card, limited ATM fee refunds, and no maintenance fees. Go to ASBT.com for terms and conditions and stop in our Main or North offices to open your new Performance Plus account. Banking the American State way. It's banking your way with Performance Plus. Member FDIC.
Earning your degree doesn't mean putting your life on hold. Williston State College offers a wide array of associate and associate of applied science programs that fit your busy lifestyle. They are flexible, convenient, and career-focused to what your goals are, and taught by experienced and engaged faculty. With 13 CTE and 15 academic programs, you can take classes fully online to meet the demands of life on the farm, in the patch, or simply raising a family.
Williston State College, where the people make the difference. Please visit online at willistonstate.edu/apply.
So you need a new vehicle. You've done your homework, and a new Honda would be perfect. Reliable, fuel efficient, stylish, perfect. But where do you go? Why not your hometown Honda dealer, Ryan Honda at Ryan Motors in Williston. We have a nice selection of affordable new Hondas, and when it comes time for service, Ryan Honda's authorized Honda Service Center will keep your Honda running its best for years. Come see us today, your full-service hometown Honda dealership, Ryan Honda at Ryan Motors in Williston, or shop ryanhonda.net.
When you're looking for a new or a different home, seek the counsel of the professionals at Basin Brokers. Basin Brokers has offices in Plentywood, Montana, Watford City, and Williston. The realtors at Basin Brokers know the market and will help you find the home that fits your requirements and budget. They're happy to answer all your questions about the area. The real estate office you want to know is Basin Brokers in Watford City, Plentywood, and Williston. Find them online at basinbrokers.com.
Of all your choices for a financial institution, clearly the best is the West. Western Cooperative Credit Union is money done the Western way. WCCU provides you with good old-fashioned Western hospitality every time you walk through our door. We treat you like neighbors ought to treat each other, because that's just who we are, neighbors. So head west. You'll know you're here when you see the bison on our sign. Join the herd at Western Cooperative Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
Freshman guard from Austin, Texas, number 10, Wilson Rankin. A 5'11 sophomore guard, number 11, from Arden Hills, Minnesota, Shaheed Muhammad. Number 12, a 6'5 freshman forward from London, England, Moses Gordon. Number 21, a 6'1 freshman guard from Beach, North Dakota, Tevin Dietz. And the man in the middle, a 6'6 sophomore center from London, England, Abby Adedo. Tetons are under first-year head coach Alex Herman. On the floor to start things off for the Lumberjacks will be number 13, Brendan Redhead, a 6-foot freshman. Number 23, Shannon Juddane Anderson, a 6'4 freshman forward. Number 30, Connor Trahan, a 6'5 freshman forward. Number 32, Jacob Smith, a 6'6 freshman forward. And rounding out the starting lineups will be number 33, Lucas Trantis, a 6'2 sophomore guard from Sydney, Australia. 20 minutes up on the court. Looking to get ready to go here in the center circle. It will be Smith going up against Gordon. Both teams are ready. Tetons in their home whites, and it'll be Bottineau in their road blacks. Center circle jump is up, one by Gordon. He'll get it on to Dietz, hand it off to Muhammad. Muhammad will push it up across the timeline, hand it off to Rankin, over to Gordon. Gordon looking down low, nothing there. Good screening all the way around for the Tetons. Over to Rankin, looking down low, finds Muhammad. Muhammad pulls the trigger from range, no good. Tipped up, pulled down by the Jacks. They'll get it over to Redhead. He'll push it up the court, have it on the near wing. High ball screen, swings it over into the hands of Trantis. Back to Redhead, looking high post, nothing there. Now to Anderson, up on top, over to Smith. Put up, shot, no good. Trantis gets his own rebound. He'll peel Zach out to the perimeter. Redhead over to Anderson, high post to Smith. Smith backs down, little two-point shot, up, no good. Pulled down by Dietz. Dietz off to the races. He's cut off by a wall of defenders. Over in the corner to Rankin. Looking down low for Adedo. Smith on him. Back to Dietz on top of the perimeter. Breakdown, trying to drive out to Rankin. Rankin over to Muhammad on the top of the perimeter. He fires up another one quickly. That's in and out, no good. 0 for 2 from range from Muhammad and the Tetons to start off this first quarter. 18:54 on the American State Bank scoreboard. Redhead gets it over to Trahan. Hands it off to Anderson. Anderson down low to Trantis. Smith with a reverse layup, up and in. Good ball movement by the Jacks, and they have a 2-point lead. Muhammad bringing it up the court, looking for the first points for Wilson State. Over to Rankin, back to Muhammad. Going to go just about a travel by Muhammad, but he's able to get it off to Adedo in time. Lots of contact. He flips it up at the rim. There was lots of contact there. Coach Herman not happy there was no call there. Trantis going to flip it up at the rim. No good. Pull down by Gordon. He's hung all over the back of him by Smith. And they say play on once more. Gordon on top of the perimeter. Breaking down Anderson on defense. Now over to Dietz. Dietz drives through. Flips it up to Adedo. Back to Rankin. Now to Adedo. Abby pulls the trigger. That kisses off the front of the rim. Now over to Redhead. Redhead pushes it up the court. 2-point lead for Bottineau early on. Trantis drives, swings it over to Smith. He's going to jump through, cut off by Adato, flips it up at the net, up and good. 4 points to start it off for Jacob Smith and the Lumberjacks. 17:40 left to go. Rankin over to Gordon. Gordon holding, waiting for options. Up on top comes Dietz over to Rankin. He's going to alley-oop, and Gordon had his jersey pulled from behind as he was trying to go up for the alley-oop. Trantis gets the ball in the wing. Three-pointer coming. Up, no good. Rankin comes down with it. He's off with a head of steam. He's going to flip it up again for Gordon, and he's hit again that time, and finally they get a foul called. Connor Trahan picking up the foul, first personal, first team. Second alley-oop, they went for Moses Gordon, who looks to be aggressive on the offensive end. Time to check in is Woodson Baptiste here on the court. First sub coming into the game for the either team. Gordon at the stripe for his first of two. Trying to climb back to within 2 points for Williston State. Early on in this one, 17-18 left to go in the first half. Gordon at the line. Waiting, now takes his practice dribbles. On the way, that one will be up and good. Coach Herman yelling to his guys, and it'll be Dietz talking to Freedom Leon, who's going to run to the back. Dietz might be missing something or has to pick something up, so Freedom going to pick that up for him. Second one of two is going to be in and out. Gordon 1 for 2. Baptiste with the rebound. Trantis has the ball. He'll bring it up the court into the front court for Bottineau. Calling out play sets for his teammates. Redhead flies up onto the wing. He'll grab the ball. Back to Trantis. Trantis looking to cross over. Screen from Baptiste. Gets in the lane. Nice little move. Poked away. Gordon comes away with it. He'll get it poked away back and stolen by Redhead and the Jacks. Bounce pass underneath to Trantis. Now to Baptiste. Fades away. Puts it up. No good. That one's taken away by Gordon. He'll take it up the court himself. Now to Adato. Adato to the top of the perimeter. He has the ability to take it in himself. He gets it off to Dietz. Coach Herman calling for a play set. Dietz over to Muhammad up on top. Back to Tevin. There's going to be a whistle and a foul underneath. They're going to call an offensive foul. That one is going to be on Adato. Here, his first personal, first team. 16:33 left to go. Away from the play, it would have looked like a moving screen. And Dietz threw a couple of things out across the scores table. We'll have to see if there's some refuse on the floor, maybe a contact or something. So Redhead moving around, bounce pass, over it goes to Trahan, 3, that is up and in. Connor Trahan with a long ball for Bottineau. Now up to a 7-1 lead to start the game off for Dakota College. Bounce pass over to Tevin Dietz on the far wing. Adato up on top, Trantis fell down, trying to get someone free through traffic. Adato hands it off to Muhammad. He'll go up against Baptiste, back to Adato. Adato pump fake. He'll get just inside the perimeter, pull the trigger. That's off, no good. Tetons yet to hit a field goal throughout the first 4 minutes. Redhead driving, floats. That one's off, no good. Rebound, there's going to be a tie-up, and it's going to come down. Say it's a jump ball. Alternating arrow gives it back to the Jacks. Coach Herman telling his guys, hey, settle down, play within our offense, and good things will happen. Brandon Redhead set to inbound the ball. Looking to trigger. Trantis firing up top. Muhammad going for a steal. He tips it out of bounds. Couldn't handle it. Charging in was Anderson. 15:47, 19 on the shot clock. Another inbound pass coming for Bottineau. Redhead set to trigger. Couple players calling for it. Get it out on the perimeter to Trantis. He'll work his way around. Picks up a screen from Baptiste on Dietz. Now over to Trahan. He drives. Back to Trantis. Gets in towards the paint. Now into the paint. Try to work his way around against Dietz. Third move gets up. That's going to be no good. And that'll be pulled down by both Anderson and Adato. Another jump ball. Alternating arrow this time. We'll give it to Williston State. 5:30 left to go. Tetons, for the second game in a row, having to wait quite a while to get their first field goal of the game. Gordon will get it into Muhammad. Jaheed Muhammad working it up the court. Across the timeline at 5:26 left. Dietz pops up high, sets a screen. Good screen by Dietz to Rankin. Close out, and he couldn't do anything with it. Flips it down to Adato. Adato underneath. He's going to be stripped by Anderson. Back come the Lumberjacks. Up the court comes Trantis. He'll pick up another screen from Baptiste. Pick and roll, nothing there. Over to Redhead. He has a deep three. That is up and good. 10-1 to start the game for the Lumberjacks. Mac Muhammad comes up the court, still looking for the first field goal of the game for Williston State. Dietz on the far wing. Adedo pops up on top. Looking to get Gordon, has good position underneath. They're closing in on the perimeter. Dietz from range, he fires. That is off, no good. Rebound by Anderson, up to Redhead. A trio of Lumberjacks set to check in on the next stop. Redhead on top. He gets a seam, he fires, no good. Long rebound's going to come to Baptiste. Gets it over to Trahan. Trahan over to Anderson, up on top to Redhead. He gets another look at a long one, and that one is in. And there's going to be a timeout called by Coach Alex Herman and the Tetons. It's going to be a short one. We'll take a short one as well. Back in 30 seconds.
McDonald's of Williston is proud to support all the Williston State Teton athletic teams and would like to wish them success this season. McDonald's would like to thank the community of Williston and the surrounding area for your patronage over the years. Hey, the next time you're in town, stop by McDonald's for a great meal or a quick snack. McDonald's of Williston. Breakfast, lunch, or dessert, come on into McDonald's of Williston. Proud to be a part of Teton Athletics and proud to be part of the Williston community.
Mike, we're back here for Teton basketball on 660 Keys News Radio. 14:24 left on the American State Bank scoreboard. It is a 13-1 start to the game for Dakota College at Bottineau. Inbound pass will go to Shaheed Muhammad. He'll push it up the court across the timeline. Paulo Beck set to come into the game. Good screen by Tevin Dietz. Muhammad gets it back to Dietz. Too late for the mid-range jumper. Spin move stripped out by Trantis. Muhammad boots it into the backcourt, and that's going to be an over and back call on the Tetons. And Beck is going to come in for Dietz. Dietz has been busting his tail out on the offensive end, playing the off guard. Inbound pass comes to John Ray Taylor. John Ray Taylor set to get the inbound pass in, his first entrance into the game. He'll get the ball in now. Max Groom bringing it up. Handing the ball off to Anderson. Groom back on the far wing. Working down low. Couple of players. Anderson, he looks to get it. Kick it out to Trantis. 4-3 from the wing. Well off, no good. Adedo with the rebound. He looks to push, gets it off to Muhammad. Under 14 minutes left to go in the first. Muhammad driving, tries to split a wall of defenders, and there's going to be a foul called on the Lumberjacks, their second team foul, and that's going to be a media timeout here with 13:45 left to go. Tetons trail by 12, 13-1. We'll be back in 1 minute.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
You don't have to drive hundreds of miles to get a great deal on a new or used vehicle. Price sells cars at Williston Auto. We're in the business of beating the deal from any dealer. Go ahead, shop around from Bismarck to Billings. Then bring us their best deal. We'll squish it like a bug and beat it like a rented mule. No animals or insects were injured while making this commercial. Price sells cars at Williston Auto and WillistonAuto.com. See dealer for details.
Welcome back here for Teton basketball on 660 Keys News Radio. Coming out of the first media timeout of the game. 13:45 left on the American State scoreboard. It is a 13-1 Bottineau lead over Williston State. Tetons have the ball underneath their own basket. 22 on the shot clock. Wilson Rankin set to trigger. Waiting for someone to pop free. Looking up on top. Curling around a couple of screens. And get it up on top to Adedo. He'll be guarded by Smith. Adedo drives. He's going to be fouled. And they're going to call it on the floor before Adedo could gather. And another inbound play coming. Reset the game clock, or the shot clock, to 20 seconds. Third team foul on the Lumberjacks. Wilson State still looking for their first field goal of the game. Muhammad looking to inbound this time. Up on top, coming to get it. They get it over to Adedo. Back to Rankin. Rankin trying to curl around. Long pass in the corner to Beck. Beck catches, shoots. In and out, no good. That one looked like it was about ready to drop before it rattled out. Back comes Groom. Groom working away around the perimeter, looking for someone to get it off to. Smith in the paint, and he's going to bowl over Adato, and it's going to be a travel called. So Adato took a big bump, and they'll call a travel on Smith as the ball left the field of play, and they're wiping up some perspiration in the restricted area. Tetons will have the ball, 13:24 left in the half. Gordon inbounds the ball to Muhammad. Tetons looking to start chipping away here on this possession at the 12-point deficit. Muhammad up the court. He'll be guarded. Big screen again by Adato. Up on top. He's going to have it. Mid-range jumper inside the paint. High bounce. No good. Pulled down by Groom. Groom will push it up the court. He'll have it on top. Pushing over. Now looking. Swing the ball along the perimeter into the hands of Taylor. Up on to Trantis. Anderson. Back to Taylor. He'll drive. Cut off. Down low to Trantis. Left all alone for the baseline drive. Two more brings it up to a 13-1 lead. Back comes Muhammad up the court for the Tetons. Under 13 minutes left to play. Grady Gonczarowski set to check into the game on the next stop for the Tetons. Rankin to Adato just inside the perimeter. Gordon running the baseline, nothing there. Muhammad setting a screen for Beck. Muhammad drives, fadeaway jumper, in and out, no good. The rim has a lid on it here for the Tetons to start the game. Groom gets it off to Taylor on the far wing. Taylor crossing over, picking a screen from Smith. Swings it back to Smith for three, and that one is going to be good. Lead now 18-1. Lumberjacks up on top over the Tetons. Muhammad back up the court, calling a set play here to start off. Over to Gordon, back to Muhammad to Adato. He'll let Muhammad curl through. Hands the ball off to Shahid in the corner. Baseline drive cut off by Trantis. Look, give and go back underneath to Adato. Forces it up. That's no good. Gets it again, and he's going to put it up and in. Hoop in the harm. Adato with the first basket of the game for the Tetons. That'll make it 18-3. Now with a foul shot coming for Adato. Chance to make it 18-4. That's going to be number 2 coming on Max Groom. As Smith, Anderson, and Groom come out of the game. Groom may have taken an inadvertent shot to the mouth when Adato was going up. Adato at the stripe for 1. On the way it goes, and that is in. Now 18-4, 11:53 left to go. Inbound pass goes back to Redhead, who's back into the game. Bring it up the court to the far wing. Up on top to Taylor. Taylor picks up a screen from Baptiste, wants to attack. He's cut off by Beck over in the corner to Trantis. Drives baseline on Beck. Good defense by Gonczarowski. Three-pointer from Taylor from the wing. Up no good. Tipped out into the hands of Adato. Back comes Muhammad. Tetons a little more life up the court. Gonczarowski pump fake over to Adato on top. Now to Muhammad, his third try of the game. Still off, no good. Back up, it's going to go. A little bit of gamble defense on Trahan. He gets it off to Redhead. And Redhead has it. Little shimmy, little shake. He kicks it up on top to Trahan. Drives back to Redhead. Gathers the ball over to Trantis. Surveying, looking to find Taylor in the paint. Drives, puts it up and in. Got lost on the wing drive into the middle of the paint. 20-4 here with 11 minutes exactly left to go in the first half. Muhammad has it up on top to Adato on the wing. Gonczarowski screams up on top. Picks up a screen from Adato. Over to Beck. Beck works his way into the perimeter. Over to Muhammad. Muhammad a little shimmy. Got away with a travel. Now to Beck, where has to peel out. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Adato up on top. Over on Baptiste. Steps through. Lays it up. Too hard off the rim. No good. Pulled down by Redhead. Back comes the Jacks up the court. Long pass. Tipped away by Beck. He's looking to push it up. Over to Muhammad. Muhammad. Little fancy footwork. He'll have to peel back. Couldn't find a good lane. Swing pass into the corner. Well over the top of everybody. Beck would have had to have been a 7-footer to jump up and grab that one. 20-4 on the American State Bank scoreboard. 10:21 left to go in the game. Inbound pass for the Lumberjacks. Goes into Brendan Redhead. He'll march it up the court. Muhammad guarding him as he crosses over. Muhammad picks up a screen by Baptiste. Trantis, he's going to drive baseline. Down low to Baptiste. All alone, puts it up and in for 2 more. 22-4, long pass. Inbound goes from Gordon to Muhammad. Muhammad has it on the perimeter. Looking to drive is Muhammad. Cut off now to Adato just inside. He's looking to take Baptiste on. Baseline drive. Lots of help underneath. Going to go up and another hoop in the harm. This time on Baptiste. will be called the foul, fourth team foul on the Lumberjacks. And Abby Adato will go back to the line for one more shot. Adato at the stripe as Baptiste picks up just his first personal. So Adato will have to start having a monster game for the Tetons to try and climb back in this one. We've seen them get hot through other games as Adato knocks down his one and only free throw. That'll make it 22-7. 15-point advantage by the Lumberjacks. Redhead has it on the far wing. Picks up a screen from Trantis. Pulls the trigger. Beck with the closeout, but too late as Redhead knocks another one down. Up to an 18-point lead. Once again, 25-7. Muhammad coming up the court. Dietz set to check into the game. Adato on top of the perimeter. Now to Gordon. Gordon thought about a shot. He's going to drive, get down, puts it up through contact, no good, and that'll be pulled down by Trahan. He's off to the races, hands it off to Redhead. Redhead swings it back to Trantis in the corner, and that is going to be off the front. Muhammad comes it down. 2-on-2 up the court with Beck. Muhammad will take it himself, lay it up, soft, no good, put back by Gordon, and there's going to be a foul underneath. That one may be on Taylor, as Gordon a little slow to get up here off as he was on top of Taylor and took a tumble. 2 shots coming into the game as number 30, Trahan, took the foul. We'll send Moses Gordon to the line for a pair. A couple of Tetons and a trio of Lumberjacks set to come in. Set to come back in is Anderson, Smith, and Groom. It's going to be Dietz and Johnson Lewis set to come in for the Tetons. Gordon, first one on the way, soft off the front of the rim, no good. Everyone comes in. It'll be Beck and Adato coming out. Back out of the game for the Lumberjacks will be Trantis, Baptiste, and Trahan. Gordon at the stripe for his second of 2. 6-team foul in the half by the Lumberjacks. Second free throws up, no good. Empty set for the Tetons. Back comes Traylor up the court. Smith calling for it. Now he's going to set a screen. Muhammad get it just about stolen away into Smith. He's going to be stripped by Gordon. They're going to call a cross-court foul. What a call to make out of no way to see that one, as the official by the scorer's table with the bodies in front of him and the ball turned away from him made the strip foul call on Moses Gordon. And that'll be an inbound pass, just the first on Gordon. Second team foul on the Tetons. Inbound pass to Anderson. Anderson trying to bully Gordon. Shot is up, no good. Groom with the rebound. Bounce pass into the corner. Redhead swings it to Taylor. Groom on the baseline. Tries to drive through. He'll put it up. Reverse layup up and good. Back up the court will come Williston State, down by 20. Still 8:30 left to go. Gonzarowski has it. He's going to drive. Pump fake over to Gordon. Gordon from range. That is going to be in and out. No good. Only 2 field goals made throughout the game here for the Tetons have been both by Adato at point-blank range. Taylor on the far wing. They're going to drive, and a travel is going to be called. Shuffling of the feet before he took off. We'll give the ball back to Williston State with 8:13 left to go on the American State Bank scoreboard. Shaheed Muhammad gets the inbound pass. He'll work it up. Adato set to check back in. Johnson Lewis over to Gonzarowski on the near wing. He'll looking for someone. Dietz up on top. Dietz waiting for someone. Gives it to Johnson Lewis. Up on top to Muhammad for another 3. That's finally in there. First 3 of the game for the Tetons. Cuts the lead to 17, 27-10. Back comes Groom up the court. Looking to get back a couple of points. He'll be cut off. Up on top to Smith. Late closeout. Rebound by the Tetons. Back comes Muhammad. 1-on-4. He's going to hold off on the wing. Crossover on Redhead. Dribbling, holding on. Drive baseline to Johnson Lewis in the corner for 3. That's a little too hard. No good. Back it comes to Groom. Groom pushing up the side. And he'll get down low into the paint, looking for someone. Over to Taylor, who is left wide open from 3. No good. Muhammad with the rebound. Looking to push it up some more. Muhammad gets to the top of the perimeter. Breaks down on Redhead. There's a screen from Johnson Lewis. Pulls it back out. Muhammad still dribbling. He's going to drive now. Step back, fadeaway jumper on the way. Get it to go. And that is the Tetons now back within 15, 27-12. Inch by inch, trying to climb back in from this huge deficit. Redhead comes around a high screen by Anderson. jumping out on the cross-court pass over to Groom. Groom's going to get by Gonczarowski. Flips it up, no good. Smith with the offensive rebound. He's going to try to put it up, and that is going to be no good. Gordon going to pick up another foul as Rankin and Adedo are set to come back in. Third team foul on Williston State. And there's going to be a media timeout on the court. 6:43 left to go. Second personal foul on Gordon. We'll be back in 1 minute.
G&G Pharmacy, an independent, locally owned retail pharmacy committed to providing you top-notch customer service from their friendly, fast, and knowledgeable staff. Open 7 days a week. G&G Pharmacy offers the convenience of a drive-through window and a traditional retail store. Melissa and Doug toys available at their downtown Service Drug location. And no more wondering when your prescription's ready. Use the mobile app or receive a text message when it's ready from G&G Pharmacy. 572-RXRX. That's 572-7979.
From their humble beginnings in 1910 through 4 generations, family-owned First International Bank and Trust has been delivering on the promise to help dreams come true, one customer at a time. Their style of banking places the focus on you first and your overall experience, keeping your best interests in mind and striving to provide smart financial solutions that improve and simplify your life, letting you get back to what matters most. First International Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're back here for Teton basketball. 15-point lead by Dakota College at Bottineau. 6:43 left to play in the first half. Jacob Smith at the stripe for a pair of shots. First one in and out, no good. He'll have one more coming. Scoreboard watch over in Devil's Lake. It is at halftime. Bismarck State College with a 5-point lead over Lake Region State. Second one up and on the way by Smith, no good. Rebound comes down to Gonczarowski. He'll get it off to Dietz, who'll march it back up the court. Dietz over to Rankin. Groom all over Rankin, picking up a screen from Adedo. Rankin looking to drive, kick it off to Johnson Lewis. He'll peel around the corner, get to the free throw line. Back off to Wilson. 3-ball on the way, in and out it goes, no good. First field goal attempt for Rankin in the game just rattles out. Up on top to Smith, looking to get it off, back to Groom. Picks up a screen, screen and slip, not there. Back down to Smith, working on Adedo. Three-pointer coming from Redhead. Another one up and good by Brendan Redhead. His third of the game from range. Out to an 18-point game, 30-12. Dietz on the top of the perimeter, hands it off to Gonczarowski. Back to Johnson Lewis, gets to the elbow. Little fadeaway jumper, that's off the back of the iron, no good. Back comes Redhead, get it off to Anderson. Anderson backing down on Johnson Lewis, gonna slip it up over to Smith. Smith gets down low underneath, back to Groom, who puts it up and in. Tetons having a tough time down low against the Lumberjacks. 32-12, lead is back up to 20. Moses Gordon set to check back in on the next stop. Adedo gets it on the perimeter, calls for a pull-through by Gonczarowski, hands it off to Dietz on the wing. Picks up a screen from Adedo. Little hesitation, crossover. He'll try to bully his way through. Lots of contact going up, no good. Gets his own rebound out on top to Gonczarowski. He'll swing it into the corner for Dietz. Close up by Groom, spin move by Tevin. He's going to be stripped from the ball. Late to come back, only one back there is going to be Rankin. Lips it up is Redhead and puts it in for two more. 34-12 with 5 minutes left to go. Rankin coming up. Beck and Gordon now set to come in. So is Trantis, Trahan, and Baptiste. Rankin on the high post, working his way down, trying to force it into Adedo, and there's going to be a reach-in foul called on Anderson. Muhammad set to check in as well, and all six players at the scores table now coming into the game, as that will send the foul will send the Tetons to the line, and back at the stripe is Abby Adedo for two. Adedo at the line already has 6 points, 6 of the 12 in the first half for Williston State, trying to add to his scoring total and help the Tetons try and climb back in this one and see if they can't get hot. Adedo knocks down the first. He'll have one more. 17 fouls for the Lumberjacks, just 3 for the Tetons. 4:45 left to go in the first half. Muhammad at the stripe for his second of 2 on the way. That one is good. 2 of 2 from the line for Adedo. He's a perfect 4 for 4 in the half. Back comes Redhead up the court for the Lumberjacks. Get it over to Trahan. Back to Redhead. Pull up in transition is up and good. Another three-pointer by Redhead. And Coach Herman is a bit flabbergasted out on the bench. Muhammad has the ball. He looks to push it past Trantis, over to Beck. Beck up on top to Muhammad. Goes the other way. Muhammad hesitation. Over to Adedo. Jump step. Spin move. Goes up with it. That is just going to be off the mark. No good. Trantis has the ball. He's pushing up the court for the Lumberjacks. Gets into the body of Muhammad. Pushes off. Gets it. Looks to get it through. Steps up and flips it up. No good. Pulled down by Gordon. Takes a shot from Anderson, and they're going to call back to the Lumberjacks with 4:05 left to go. Trantis set to inbound from the sideline for Bottineau. Calls out the play for his teammates and gets motioned over by the official. And now they have to put the shot clock up to 20 seconds. It was showing 19. So they reset. Trantis gets it up to Redhead. Hands it back to Trantis, who will work his way to the top of the perimeter. High ball screen from Baptiste. Another three from Redhead. That's going to be no good. And Trahan, who got the offensive rebound, throws it out of bounds, gives it back to Williston State. 37-14 here in the final few minutes of this first half. Shaheed Muhammad pushing it up the court. He'll approach the top of the perimeter. Over to Rankin. Rankin being guarded closely by Trahan. High post to Adedo. Looking down low for Gordon. He's covered by Anderson. Back out to Muhammad. Thought about a three-pointer. Didn't take it. In the corner to Rankin. Down low to Gordon. Gordon jumps up. He's going to be stripped of the ball. Out it goes to Redhead. Just about poked away. He's going to go, just get inside. Kick it over to Anderson. Swings it to Trahan in the near corner. Three-pointer up and good. Another deep ball in there for the Lumberjacks. It is raining threes here in the well for Williston and just not for the Tetons. Gordon gets it off to Muhammad. Pushes it over into the far wing. Adedo on the low post near the baseline. He's going to drive. He'll be stripped, and that's going to be a bump and a very late whistle call. Will put Abby Adedo back to the stripe, and that'll be number 2 on Baptiste. Here with 3:10 left to go. Is a 26-point lead for the Lumberjacks. Abby Adedo at the line for a pair of shots. 4 for 4 so far in the game. Trying to make it 5 for 5 here on this one. That is going to rattle out halfway down. It came out. Steal by Muhammad just about, but it was corralled once again by Trantis. Trantis working his way up to the perimeter, and he's going to be bumped by Shaheed Muhammad. And Muhammad going to pick up the 4th team foul, just the first personal. Inbound pass. Benji Caraballo coming into the game for Apollo Beck. First appearance for Caraballo here in the contest. Trantis up on top to Redhead. Muhammad all over him. Up to Baptiste. Pulls up from the free throw line. No good. Pulled down by Adedo. Here comes Caraballo up the court. He's going to work his way to the top. Back to Rankin on the wing. High post now to Adedo. Working on Baptiste. Stolen away by Anderson. And back comes Anderson up the court. Over to Trantis up on top. Working his way. Swings it out to Trahan. Up to Baptiste. Swings it to Redhead. Pump fake. Doesn't go. And now he has it tipped away by Caraballo. Trying to get it up. Redhead getting wide. And it's going to be Caraballo loses his footing. And they'll go out of bounds back to Bottineau with 2:26 left to go. Adedo coming out. Johnson Lewis coming back in. Baptiste, Anderson, and Redhead back out of the game. In is Smith, Taylor, and Groom. Trahan bring it up the court. Go over to Taylor, back to Trahan. Long pass up on top to Smith. Jumps up to grab it, gives it back to Trahan. Here, 2:18 left to go on the American State Bank scoreboard. Groom has the ball. He's going to drive, turn around, up on top to Smith. Pulls the trigger with Muhammad in his face, and that one's dropped. Another 3 finds the bottom of the bucket for the Lumberjacks. Close to 2 minutes left. Muhammad has it on the wing. Gonna drive, shake and bake. He'll hold off, swing it to Rankin. Rankin, another 3 ball. That is off the mark, no good. Tetons just can't buy a bucket. Caraballo late getting back up the court. He was tying his shoe. Groom drives on Muhammad. Cut off on the elbow. Up on top to Smith. Jump stop, gets through. Got away with a walk over to Groom. Step back. Up on top to Trahan. Now to Taylor. Swings it to Trantis, who fires from range. That is good. Another 3-pointer. And the Tetons having troubles defending all of these 3-point shooting options on the court. Muhammad driving, looking to get in, and he's going to flip it up and over Trahan for 2. Shaheed, slow to get back up, jogs up the court momentarily, 5-on-4 until he gets back in. As he does, Groom drives through. He's going to get by Gordon, who is hedging onto the middle of the perimeter, back out 48-16. Muhammad back up the court, 32-point deficit for the Tetons here with 1:02 left to go. Caraballo has the ball, look to turn the corner, off to Muhammad, fires, long range, no good, pulled down by Groom. He's off to the races, looking to penetrate, over to Trantis, reverse layup, up and in, two more. 49 seconds left, 50-16. Wilson Rankin jogging back up the court for Williston State, swings it over to Gordon. Gordon hands it off to Muhammad. Muhammad gets to the free throw line to Gordon, who's going to take a bump from Smith, puts it up and in. 2 points for Moses Gordon, 30 seconds left, shot clock is off. Smith gets it off to Taylor, will push it up the court. Taylor being guarded by Caraballo, long pass across the court to Groom. Groom high post to Smith, he's going to pull up from the free throw line, up and good by Jacob Smith. 52-18, back come the Tetons, 10 seconds left to go in the half. Muhammad will cross the timeline, pick up a screen from Gordon, double teamed up on top. Looks like he's going to force something up. Trantis gets up in the air, three-pointer, no good for Shaheed Muhammad. Tetons in a big deficit here, 52-18, as they can't get anything to fall here in the first half. We're going to take a 5-minute timeout, and we'll be back for the start of the halftime breakdown here from Williston.
On Sundays, your NFL team is always playing at Buffalo Wild Wings. With 63 HD TVs having the NFL package, you will not miss a minute of action. Enjoy wings, salads, sandwiches, and more as your teams take the field. Come in and fan up while enjoying the variety of beers on tap from kickoff to the final whistle. Located at 417 Rieger Drive in Williston, North Dakota, football lives here. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, beers, sports.
Performance Plus, something new from American State Bank and Trust Company, an account that fits your active lifestyle. Free digital banking services including bill pay, remote deposit, and e-statements, an instant issue debit card, limited ATM fee refunds, and no maintenance fees. Go to ASBT.com for terms and conditions and stop in our Main or North offices to open your new Performance Plus account. Banking the American State way. It's banking your way with Performance Plus. Member FDIC.
Earning your degree doesn't mean putting your life on hold. Williston State College offers a wide array of associate and associate of applied science programs that fit your busy lifestyle. They are flexible, convenient, and career-focused to what your goals are, and taught by experienced and engaged faculty. With 13 CTE and 15 academic programs, you can take classes fully online to meet the demands of life on the farm, in the patch, or simply raising a family.
Williston State College, where the people make the difference. Please visit online at willistonstate.edu/apply.
So you need a new vehicle. You've done your homework, and a new Honda would be perfect. Reliable, fuel efficient, stylish, perfect. But where do you go? Why not your hometown Honda dealer, Ryan Honda at Ryan Motors in Williston. We have a nice selection of affordable new Hondas, and when it comes time for service, Ryan Honda's authorized Honda Service Center will keep your Honda running its best for years. Come see us today, your full-service hometown Honda dealership, Ryan Honda at Ryan Motors in Williston, or shop ryanhonda.net.
When you're looking for a new or a different home, seek the counsel of the professionals at Basin Brokers. Basin Brokers has offices in Plentywood, Montana, Watford City, and Williston. The realtors at Basin Brokers know the market and will help you find the home that fits your requirements and budget. They're happy to answer all your questions about the area. The real estate office you want to know is Basin Brokers in Watford City, Plentywood, and Williston. Find them online at basinbrokers.com.
Of all your choices for a financial institution, clearly the best is the West. Western Cooperative Credit Union is money done the Western way. WCCU provides you with good old-fashioned Western hospitality every time you walk through our door. We treat you like neighbors ought to treat each other, because that's just who we are, neighbors. So head west. You'll know you're here when you see the bison on our sign. Join the herd at Western Cooperative Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
McDonald's of Williston is proud to support all the Williston State Teton athletic teams and would like to wish them success this season. McDonald's would like to thank the community of Williston and the surrounding area for your patronage over the years. Hey, the next time you're in town, stop by McDonald's for a great meal or a quick snack. McDonald's of Williston, Breakfast, lunch, or dessert, come on into McDonald's of Williston. Proud to be a part of Teton Athletics and proud to be part of the Williston community.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
You don't have to drive hundreds of miles to get a great deal on a new or used vehicle. Price sells cars at Williston Auto. We're in the business of beating the deal from any dealer. Go ahead, shop around from Bismarck to Billings. Then bring us their best deal. We'll squish it like a bug and beat it like a rented mule. No animals or insects were injured while making this commercial. Price sells cars at Williston Auto and WillistonAuto.com. See dealer for details.
G&G Pharmacy, an independent, locally owned retail pharmacy committed to providing you top-notch customer service from their friendly, fast, and knowledgeable staff. Open 7 days a week. G&G Pharmacy offers the convenience of a drive-through window and a traditional retail store. Melissa and Doug toys available at their downtown Service Drug location. And no more wondering when your prescription's ready. Use the mobile app or receive a text message when it's ready from G&G Pharmacy. 572-RXRX. That's 572-7979.
Back here from the well in Williston, Tetons in a 34-point hole at halftime, 52-18. Taking a look at scoring first off for Dakota College at Bottineau. They're led in scoring 17 points from Brendan Redhead, 5 of 7 from beyond the arc, 6 of 9 overall. 12 points coming in from Jacob Smith, 5 of 7 from the field, 2 of 3 from deep. 7 points by Lucas Trantis. Trantis went 3 of 10 from the field, 1 of 3 from downtown. 6 points by Connor Trahan, 2 of 2 from the field, both of those 3-pointers. Max Groom is 3 of 3 from the field for 6 points. 2 points coming in from Woodson Baptiste, 1 of 3 from the field, and 2 points in from John Ray Taylor at 1 of 3 shooting. 27 total rebounds by the Lumberjacks, 22 defensive, 5 offensive rebounds, 16 assists on 21 made shots, 5 steals, no blocks, 6 assists, and 8 personal fouls. Baptiste, Groom, and Trahan each have 2, Smith with 1, and Anderson with 1. Shooting in the first half, 28 of 38 for 55% from the field, 10 of 17 from beyond the arc for 58%, and 0 of 2 from the charity stripe. Looking at the Tetons, led in scoring by Abby Adedo, 2 of 10 shooting from the field and 4 of 5 from the line. 7 points by Shahid Muhammad, 3 of 10 shooting, including 1 of 6 from downtown. 3 points by Moses Gordon, 1 of 3 shooting and 1 of 4 from the charity stripe. And that's all the scoring. That is a total of 18 points for Williston State. In the first half, they shot 6 of 28 for 21%, 1 of 13 for 7.5%, and 5 of 9 from the charity stripe for 55%. Tetons got 14 total rebounds in the half, 13 defensive, 1 offensive, 2 assists on their 6 made shots, 3 steals, no blocks, 8 turnovers, 4 personal fouls. Muhammad with 1, Adedo with 1, and then Gordon with 2. And take a look at the extended stats here. Points off of turnovers. Dakota College with 13, Tetons with 3. Second chance points. Lumberjacks with 5, none for Williston State. Points off the bench, Dakota College is 10, none yet for the Tetons. Last field goal came from Bottineau at 25 seconds left. Tetons got one with 42 seconds left. Largest lead is where it currently stands here at 34 points. Tetons did not lead in the game, with Bottineau's and Lumberjacks getting hot and staying hot. 7 minutes left to go before we get underway for the start of quarter number 3. We're going to take a 6-minute timeout, and we'll be back. Get you ready for the second half here from Williston.
From their humble beginnings in 1910 through 4 generations, family-owned First International Bank and Trust has been delivering on the promise to help dreams come true, one customer at a time. Their style of banking places the focus on you first and your overall experience, keeping your best interests in mind and striving to provide smart financial solutions that improve and simplify your life, letting you get back to what matters most. First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
On Sundays, your NFL team is always playing at Buffalo Wild Wings. With 63 HD TVs having the NFL package, you will not miss a minute of action. Enjoy wings, salads, sandwiches, and more as your teams take the field. Come in and fan up while enjoying the variety of beers on tap from kickoff to the final whistle. Located at 417 Rieger Drive in Williston, North Dakota, football lives here. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beers, sports.
Performance Plus, something new from American State Bank and Trust Company, an account that fits your active lifestyle. Free digital banking services including bill pay, remote deposit, and e-statements, an instant issue debit card, limited ATM fee refunds, and no maintenance fees. Go to ASBT.com for terms and conditions and stop in our Main or North offices to open your new Performance Plus account. Banking the American State way. It's banking your way with Performance Plus. Member FDIC.
Earning your degree doesn't mean putting your life on hold. Williston State College offers a wide array of associate and associate of applied science programs that fit your busy lifestyle. They are flexible, convenient, and career-focused to what your goals are and taught by experienced and engaged faculty. With 13 CTE and 15 academic programs, you can take classes fully online to meet the demands of life on the farm, in the patch, or simply raising a family.
Williston State College, where the people make the difference. Please visit online at willistonstate.edu/apply.
So you need a new vehicle. You've done your homework, and a new Honda would be perfect. Reliable, fuel efficient, stylish, perfect. But where do you go? Why not your hometown Honda dealer, Ryan Honda at Ryan Motors in Williston. We have a nice selection of affordable new Hondas, and when it comes time for service, Ryan Honda's authorized Honda Service Center will keep your Honda running its best for years. Come see us today, your full-service hometown Honda dealership, Ryan Honda at Ryan Motors in Williston, or shop ryanhonda.net.
When you're looking for a new or a different home, seek the counsel of the professionals at Basin Brokers. Basin Brokers has offices in Plentywood, Montana, Watford City, and Williston. The realtors at Basin Brokers know the market and will help you find the home that fits your requirements and budget. They're happy to answer all your questions about the area. The real estate office you want to know is Basin Brokers in Watford City, Plentywood, and Williston. Find them online at basinbrokers.com.
Of all your choices for a financial institution, clearly the best is the West. Western Cooperative Credit Union is money done the Western way. WCCU provides you with good old-fashioned Western hospitality every time you walk through our door. We treat you like neighbors ought to treat each other, because that's just who we are, neighbors. So head west. You'll know you're here when you see the bison on our sign. Join the herd at Western Cooperative Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
McDonald's of Williston is proud to support all the Williston State Teton athletic teams and would like to wish them success this season. McDonald's would like to thank the community of Williston and the surrounding area for your patronage over the years. Hey, the next time you're in town, stop by McDonald's for a great meal or a quick snack. McDonald's of Williston. Breakfast, lunch, or dessert, come on into McDonald's of Williston. Proud to be a part of Teton Athletics and proud to be part of the Williston community.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
You don't have to drive hundreds of miles to get a great deal on a new or used vehicle. Price sells cars at Williston Auto. We're in the business of beating the deal from any dealer. Go ahead, shop around from Bismarck to Billings. Then bring us their best deal. We'll squish it like a bug and beat it like a rented mule. No animals or insects were injured while making this commercial. Price sells cars at Williston Auto and WillistonAuto.com. See dealer for details.
G&G Pharmacy, an independent, locally owned retail pharmacy committed to providing you top-notch customer service from their friendly, fast, and knowledgeable staff. Open 7 days a week. G&G Pharmacy offers the convenience of a drive-through window and a traditional retail store. Melissa and Doug toys available at their downtown Service Drug location. And no more wondering when your prescription's ready. Use the mobile app or receive a text message when it's ready from G&G Pharmacy. 572-RXRX. That's 572-7979.
From their humble beginnings in 1910 through 4 generations, family-owned First International Bank and Trust has been delivering on the promise to help dreams come true, one customer at a time. Their style of banking places the focus on you first and your overall experience, keeping your best interests in mind and striving to provide smart financial solutions that improve and simplify your life, letting you get back to what matters most. First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Mike over here back at the well in Williston. We have about a minute to go before we get started for the second half here between the Tetons and Dakota College at Bottineau. It has been all Bottineau, and they have made 10 threes in that first half. And it's been a fireworks show. They put up 52 points in that first half to take a 34-point lead over Williston State, 52-18. Bottineau will get the ball here to start the second. We'll have to see what adjustments Coach Herman has made at halftime to try to get his guys to put forth a good effort for the next 20 minutes of play. We're going to take a peek real quick over scoreboard watching from Devil's Lake. 15 minutes left to go in the second half over there. Bismarck State up on top of Lake Region. Should Bismarck State hold on to that 11-point lead, that would mean that this upcoming week, the Tetons would travel to Miles City to face the Pioneers, a team that they have beat already this season. There's a good chance Tetons have a 2-1 advantage over the Pioneers on season play. They beat them once here in Williston and then once on the road. That road win came on a 2-point win. Both of them have been by 2 points, and that gave the Tetons their first conference win of the season. We are back in play. Redhead has the ball up on top. Curling around, give it over to Trahan. He'll drive, get turned away by Dado to Redhead. Down to Trantis, looking underneath for Smith. Trantis driving, get up. Trahan for 3. That's going to be off the mark. No good. Tipped up in the air, pulled down by Muhammad. He's off to the races, pushing it up the court. He'll get in to the elbow, force one up off the backboard and in 2 more for Muhammad. Muhammad now with 9 points in the game. 52-22. Back comes Redhead. He'll cross over. Muhammad fights over a high screen. Trahan pulls the trigger. That one from the elbow is up and good. Back-to-back mid-range jumpers, and it is now 54-20, back to 34 points. Shahid comes up, picks up a screen from Dietz. He'll curl around. Rankin on the far wing, looking for Gordon down low. Gordon loses the handle on it. Redhead picks it up, and he'll push it back up the court for Bottineau. Cross court, it'll go to Trantis. Trantis thought about firing. He's going to go work himself into the paint over to Redhead. In motion, he fires another one. Brennan Redhead hits his 6th three-pointer of the game. He now has 20 points, 57-20. Muhammad swings it over to Gordon. Gordon working on Anderson. He'll hand it off to Dietz. Dietz gets to the elbow. Long floater up, no good. Pulled down by Trahan. He'll get it back up to Trantis. Trantis working his way through, off balance. Bounce pass over to Redhead. Another one for 3. That's in and out, no good. Just about got his 7th free three-pointer of the game. Gordon back up to Adado on top. Off to Rankin. Rankin looking to drive. He's going to be fouled on the drive. That'll either be on Redhead or Trahan, and it looks like it'll be on Trahan here with 18-14 left to go in the ball game. Broom will pick up, come into the game for Trahan as he picks up his 3rd personal, first team. Back up the court, Muhammad looking to get it into Dietz. Dietz does, back to Shahid. Shahid curling around. He flips one up. He was going to be fouled, just about dropped in there, and Muhammad will go to the line for 2 shots. Now it's going to be personal foul number 1 on Trantis. And it'll put Shahid Muhammad at the stripe for 2 shots. 1 point away from entering double digits. Muhammad's first one up is good. He'll have one more coming. At the stripe for his second of two. On the way, that is no good. Pulled down by Anderson. He'll push it up to Trantis. He'll march up the court. 57-21 on top. Look to work his way around. Groom on the near wing. In the corner, Anderson. High post. It's go to Smith. Underneath to Anderson. Reverse layup and in. Underneath. Back of the court comes Muhammad. He'll get to the top of the perimeter. Pick up a screen from Adato. Slip it underneath. And he's going to be blocked out of bounds by Smith. It'll be inbound pass for Williston State underneath their own basket. 17:44 left to go in the game as they wait to get the ball back in as it went down the tunnel. Muhammad set to trigger. Gets it to Rankin along the baseline. Up on top to Dietz. Looking for Shaheed again. Shaheed gets to the elbow. Out to Rankin. Gets a seam. Shoots. In it goes. Wilson Rankin with a three-pointer. Much needed for Williston State. Their second of the game. 59-24. Redhead hands it off to Trantis. Now to Anderson. Back to Redhead. Couple of defenders in his pocket. Redhead up to Smith. On the elbow. Back out to Redhead. He'll gonna go drive to Trantis in the wing. Now baseline drive, bounce pass, back to Smith. He'll be blocked by both Adato and Gordon. Dietz brings it up the court, closing in on 17 minutes left. Gordon from the wing, hands it, thought about handing it off to Muhammad, but drives through him for a pull-up jumper, and that rattles around, stops on the back of the block for a second, and drops in there. So Tetons now showing some signs of life. 59-26. Redhead on top. Double him over to Smith. Smith dumps it down low to Trantis. He'll have to pull out. Get onto the elbow now to the perimeter. Gonna drive on Gordon. Into the teeth of that Teton defense. Now it's gonna go to Anderson. Picked away by Adato. Up to Dietz. Dietz gonna have it poked. Flip over to Gordon. Gordon to Rankin. Rankin gets a player to drive by him. Puts it up and in. Tetons starting to get going. And it looks like there's gonna be a timeout called by the Jacks. 59-28. Tetons have put some good work in here the last couple of minutes. It's a short one. We'll take a short one as well. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
On Sundays, your NFL team is always playing at Buffalo Wild Wings. With 63 HD TVs having the NFL package, you will not miss a minute of action. Enjoy wings, salads, sandwiches, and more as your teams take the field. Come in and fan up while enjoying the variety of beers on tap from kickoff to the final whistle. Located at 417 Rieger Drive in Williston, North Dakota, football lives here. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beers, sports.
Basketball on 660 Keys News Radio. And it is a 59-28 lead for Dakota College of Bottineau. They called the timeout. Look to enter it into Brandon Redhead. Back to Trantis. He'll work it around the perimeter. Looking to drive. Cut off at the elbow. Up on top to Anderson. Hands it off to Redhead. He's going to look. Flip it down low to Baptiste, who's freshly in the game for Smith. Good defense by Adato. Back out on top for Anderson. He fires from straight away. Off the mark. No good. Pulled down by Muhammad. Gets it up to Gordon. Gordon on the wing. Gonna look to penetrate. Cut off by a wall. Adato from three. That's going to be soft off the front of the rim. No good. Tetons hustle back on defense. Groom up on top. They'll look to push it over. Bounce pass. High post to Baptiste. Looking underneath. Nothing there. Now Redhead on the drive. He'll spin. Back to Baptiste underneath. Over the top of Adato, up no good. Trantis with a rebound, poked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lumberjacks. So it'll be Redhead inbounding the ball with 15:37 left to go in the game. Just waiting for something to get from the scoreboard. Looks like they have everything set here. Now 14 on the shot clock. Shot clock was initially up to 20. Redhead inbound to Baptiste. Backing down on Adato. Over the top, and a little raindrop drops in there. Baptiste clapping right at Adato. And that one usually catches the eye of the officials. No call on that. Adato up on top. Looking for Rankin. Curls around. gets a screen over to Dietz. Dietz on the wing. He's going to get in there, try to bully up on Redhead, who strips him through, giving up ground enough, and Coach Herman says, hey guys, we're pressing a little too much. Let's slow down. Inbound pass for Williston State. 12 on the shot clock. Muhammad set to trigger. Rankin in the corner, and he's going to be on the end line, and that's going to be a turnover on the Tetons. Taylor coming in for Redhead. Beck set to come in for Williston State. He'll come in for Tevin Dietz. 5:11 left in the half. Lumberjacks ball. Groom will get it into Taylor. Taylor marching up the court for Bottineau. He'll be met by Muhammad. Up on top to Groom. Picks up a screen from Baptiste. Step back three-pointer on the way. That one is good. Couldn't be closed out any better by Apollo Beck. Still went in. Now 64-28. Muhammad looking to split the defense. He's going to float it up. That's off the mark. No good. Tipped away. Gordon with the offensive board. He puts it up. Hoop in the harm. It is good. Moses Gordon gets the basket to drop here. Makes it 64-30. Back to the margin that it was at halftime. And Moses Gordon will be to the line to take one shot. So Gordon at the line. 1 of 1 in the first half. Gordon was 1 of 4 from the line. His first one and only is up and good. Makes him 2 of 5 in the game. 64-31. Back comes Taylor. And there's going to be a timeout on the court as the clock didn't start. So still 14:45, so we'll have to wait to inbound it. They're winding the clock now down to 14:41. Taylor inbounds, gets it into Groom. Groom pushes it across the timeline. Pick up a screen on top from Baptiste on Muhammad. Gonna drive, poked away, flips it up over Adato, and that's another basket by the Lumberjacks as they continue their offensive onslaught. Moses Gordon brings it across the timeline. He'll bring it up, swing it over to Rankin. Rankin, high screen. He gets to the elbow, swings it back to Muhammad from the corner for three, off the mark. Adato tries to pull it down, saves it, flips it up to Beck. We'll get it back in. Rankin, be hounded by Groom, out to Muhammad. Looking to take on Trentis, crosses over, loses the handle, keeps it alive. 12 on the shot clock. Muhammad again into the corner for Gordon for three. That won't hit anything. Well short. Back comes Groom. Groom will bring it up. Next stoppage will be immediate timeout. Trentis, he'll pull up. They lost him as he shoots it. No good. Groom with an offensive rebound. Taylor has it. He'll take a couple steps in. Back to Groom. Groom splits the defense over to Baptiste. Big bump into Adato. No call either way. And Baptiste is going to put another one back up and in for 2 more points. 68-31. Back up comes Shaheed Muhammad. He'll have it on top of the perimeter. He'll look to drive. Cut off to Rankin on the wing. Three-pointer on the way. Second of the game. Wilson Rankin, who's been his couple three-pointers, have been a bright spot for the Tetons here in the second half. 68-34. Trentis over to Groom. He'll break down against Muhammad to Baptiste. He'll turn around, pull the trigger. Up, no good. Pulled down by Adato. Adato up to Gordon. Gordon pushing it up the court. Looking to set it up. Couple of players set to check in for each team. Rankin for another one from three. Off the mark, no good. Anderson pulls it down. He'll get it off to Trentis. 2:50 left to go on the American State Bank scoreboard. Up comes Trentis. All three players on the bench for the Lumberjacks are set to come in, and there we have a media timeout. We'll take a 1-minute break. We'll be back for more of the second half here in 60 seconds.
Earning your degree doesn't mean putting your life on hold. Williston State College offers a wide array of associate and associate of applied science programs that fit your busy lifestyle. They are flexible, convenient, and career-focused to what your goals are, and taught by experienced and engaged faculty. With 13 CTE and 15 academic programs, you can take classes fully online to meet the demands of life on the farm, in the patch, or simply raising a family.
Williston State College, where the people make the difference. Please visit online at willistonstate.edu/apply.
Performance Plus, something new from American State Bank and Trust Company, an account that fits your active lifestyle. Free digital banking services including bill pay, remote deposit, and e-statements, an instant issue debit card, limited ATM fee refunds, and no maintenance fees. Go to ASBT.com for terms and conditions and stop in our Main or North offices to open your new Performance Plus account. Banking the American State Way. It's banking your way with Performance Plus. Member FDIC.
Mike Brewer back here for Teton basketball on 660 Keys News Radio. 68-34, Bottineau lead over the Tetons. Inbound pass, Jaden Johnson-Lewis into the game for Adato. Gets it into Muhammad, brings it up into the front court. Swing pass back to Johnson-Lewis, now to Beck. Curling through, Beck trying to get away from Taylor. Picks up his dribble. Denial, good defense by the Lumberjacks. Up on top to Muhammad. He has Redhead right on him. Picks up a screen from Gordon. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Dribbling, looking to penetrate. Step back jumper on the way. Doesn't hit anything and out of bounds. It will go back to the Lumberjacks with 12-13 left to go. Trahan playing with 3 fouls will get it into Groom. Back to Trahan, over to Taylor. We'll push it up. Tetons going for some full court defense. Long pass over to Redhead. Saves it back in bounds of Taylor. Going to be ticked away, but it's going to be picked up by the Tetons, and it gets off the hands of Muhammad. Hit Beck, and picking it up was Taylor to put it up and in. 36-point lead. Muhammad up on top. Goes down for Gordon. Try to force it through, and that's going to be a foul underneath on. We'll see who it's on. It'll either be on Groom or Smith. It looks like it's going to go on Smith. His second personal, 4th team. Muhammad looking to inbound. Curling around, Data Johnson-Lewis. A little late on the pass from Muhammad. Tipped away by Trahan. They'll do it again. Still 20 on the shot clock. Shaheed Muhammad, Apollo Beck, and Abby Adato in their last game here on Terry Olson Court in the well. Inbound pass goes to Beck. Gets it to Muhammad. But centimeters away from that boundary line. He'll pull it back towards the wing. Crossover. Working. Keep it up with 9 seconds left and gets it or drops. Shaheed Muhammad with a 3-pointer. 70-37. Muhammad's second 3-ball of the day. Gonzarowski checking back in the game on the next stop. Muhammad looking to get the ball away from Redhead. Up to Taylor it goes. Swings it over to Groom. Groom, 3-ball on the way, and that's off the mark. Pulling it down is Redhead. Swings it up back to Groom. Groom will step back to Trahan. Swings it to Redhead. Another one on the way for him. Got it to go. His 7th 3-pointer of the game. So now Gonzarowski, Adato, and Caraballo set to come back into the game. 11 minutes exactly left. 37-36. Rankin in the corner. Pump fake. Spins. He gets down low. Kicks it back out to Muhammad in the corner, who fires it up off the mark. Beck with the rebound. Rankin for 3. In and out. No good. Trahan comes down to the rebound. Throws it over to Taylor. Pushes it up to Groom across the timeline. Back come the Lumberjacks. He'll pull it up, set it up in the half-court offense. Down low to Smith. Smith is up and good. Gordon tried to pull the chair up for under him, but Smith was able to get away with it without a travel being called. Gordon off to Muhammad up on top. Bounce pass. High post over to the free throw perimeter. And Gordon into the corner to Rankin. Rankin fires another one up. Wilson Rankin hits another one, his 3rd. 75-40. Back up comes Brandon Redhead and the Lumberjacks. Redhead over to Groom, who pushes way back up on top. Now to Redhead. Bounce pass to Smith underneath. Backs his way into Gordon. Uses his big frame to cause some separation, and that'll be 2 more for him. 77-40. Just under 10 minutes left to go in the game. Back comes Muhammad to Johnson-Lewis. Back to Muhammad. Shaheed will pull it out now, calling for another screen. He'll go the other way, spin, flick it out to Beck. Beck throws one up. That'll be short, no good. Won't even hit the rim. Into the hands. It will go of Trahan. Up to Redhead. Redhead crosses over. Gets it back to Trahan in the corner of Groom. Groom working his way around. Redhead from NBA range. That's off, no good. Rankin comes down with a rebound, and the Tetons will take over. Trantis and Baptiste set to come back in, and there will be a foul on the drive called on Brandon Redhead with 9:13 left to go. Caraballo, Adato, and Gonzarowski coming in. And out is going Taylor, Groom, and Smith. Back in Anderson, Baptiste, and Trantis. 9:13 left to go in the ball game. 77-44. back in court comes in play. Up to Gonzarowski. He'll get it to Muhammad. Muhammad picks up a screen from Adedo. Working his way through. He's going to lay it up off the glass and in. And Coach Herman calling for his players, especially Muhammad, to get up off the ground, go back, play defense. Still time left on the clock. Baptiste over to Redhead. He'll drive through, get to the elbow, dump pass underneath the Baptiste. 2 more for him. 79-42. Back up the court comes the Tetons. This one's starting to pick up a little bit despite the differential in score. Muhammad on the wing. Trantis right in his face, down low to Adedo. He has it stolen away by Anderson. Hits the deck, picks it up over to Trantis. 2-on-2, back down the court. Trantis, jump stop, and he'll be bowled. Oh, no, he got an offensive foul, and Trantis right into Muhammad. So 8:25 left to go. Tetons taking a charge there. Shaheed Muhammad a little slow to get up. He looks like he'll stay in the game. Might have had his wind knocked out of him as they wipe up some perspiration. Check in up in Devil's Lake. It is a tie ball game. 61-61 with 5:13 left to go. Bismarck has the ball. It's going to be coming down to the wire, down between the Mystics and the Royals. Inbound pass. Back in Williston. Gordon will get it into Caraballo. Caraballo, Gordon, Muhammad, Adedo, and Gonzarowski. Caraballo has it on the near wing, looking for Adedo. He'll drive, hand it off to Muhammad, get to the free throw line, and there's going to be an offensive foul called on Benji Caraballo. Came around the screen a little too hard. Back up the court will come Bottineau. 8:12 left to go. Trahan gets it into Redhead. Brandon Redhead with 7 3-pointers in the game. Long pass from Trahan up to Trantis. Picks up a high screen from Baptiste. Over to Trahan. He's going to drive, cut off. Over to Redhead. Jump stop. Back to Trahan in the corner for 3. Off the mark, no good. Tipped away from Gonzarowski by Adedo. Offensive rebound, or ball goes back. Now it's going to be taken away by Muhammad. Muhammad, and it's going to be stripped away by Redhead. And that'll be a sub coming in for Williston State. So Dietz comes in for Muhammad with 7:44 left to go in the game. Inbound pass coming back in. Here goes entry pass to Adedo, and there's going to be a foul on the entry pass. Caraballo trying to get it up in the air in the paint. And that looks like that may be number 4 on Trahan. Either Trahan. No, it's just going to be number 3 on Baptiste. At the line, Adedo for 2 more. In that first half, he was 4 of 5 from the stripe, including completing on 2 3-point plays. First one from Abby on the way up and good. 7 fouls for the Lumberjacks, just 1 in the quarter, or 1 in the half on the Tetons. Back at the line for the second of 2 is Adedo. That one rolls in there off the front of the rim, makes both halves of the 1-and-1. 79-44. Back comes Redhead up the court. He'll cross the timeline. Dietz waiting there. We get it up on top. Swinging through. Now over to Trahan. Trahan driving baseline. Will switch on defense for the Tetons. They lose Baptiste in transition. He pulls it up from the free throw line. That is up and in. 2 more for him. 81-44. Back comes Caraballo up the court. Hands it off to Gordon. Back to Caraballo on the wing. Curling through is Abby. Can't quite find anything. Benji from the elbow. Up, no good. Trahan with the rebound. He'll push it up to Trahan. Over from Redhead. Trantis drives behind his back pass. Gets to Baptiste. Over to Redhead. Another one from 3. In it goes. 8th 3-pointer of the game for Redhead. And he has something to say to Caraballo on his way back down the court. Tevin Dietz brings it back up the court. Now a 40-point game, 84-44. 6:42 left to go. Dietz to Caraballo, trying for a 3 of his own. Well, too hard, no good. Redhead with the rebound, and there's going to be a foul on Caraballo, picking up his second. Smith set to come back into the game. Sub coming in for the Lumberjacks. And there's going to be the last media timeout of the game with 6:34 left to go. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. Tetons trail by 40, 84-40. 84-44. Back in a minute.
So you need a new vehicle. You've done your homework, and a new Honda would be perfect. Reliable, fuel efficient, stylish, perfect. But where do you go? Why not your hometown Honda dealer, Ryan Honda at Ryan Motors in Williston. We have a nice selection of affordable new Hondas, and when it comes time for service, Ryan Honda's authorized Honda Service Center will keep your Honda running its best for years. Come see us today, your full-service hometown Honda dealership, Ryan Honda at Ryan Motors in Williston, or shop ryanhonda.net.
When you're looking for a new or a different home, seek the counsel of the professionals at Basin Brokers. Basin Brokers has offices in Plentywood, Montana, Watford City, and Williston. The realtors at Basin Brokers know the market and will help you find the home that fits your requirements and budget. They're happy to answer all your questions about the area. The real estate office you want to know is Basin Brokers in Watford City, Plentywood, and Williston. Find them online at basinbrokers.com.
Back here for Teton Basketball on 660 Keys News Radio. We are at the 6:34 mark in the second half. Tetons trailing 84-44. And it'll be Lake Region State ball looking to continue to pour it on. Back up the court comes Groom. Back in the game is Taylor and Anderson along with Groom. Poked away by Dietz. They say it's going to be a tip pass into the backcourt, so no over and back. Trantis gets it on the high post. Bounce underneath to Smith, who puts it all alone up and in for two more. Carballo coming back up the court. Benji crosses the timeline. 6:08 left to go. Dietz giving directions up on top to Adedo. Adedo looking down low over to Carballo. He's going to drive baseline, be cut off, swing it back to Adedo. He'll drive, get in the middle, Euro step up and hoop, and the harm. Adedo's going to go to the line to try to complete his third three-point play of the game, as he is having a fantastic effort game here on the court, despite the scoreboard not showing it, with this currently sitting at a 40-point differential, 86-46. Adedo at the line, 4-1. They wiped up more perspiration on the court. Waiting for Abby to tuck in a jersey, and he does. At the line, 4-1 shot. On the way it goes. That one is up and good. So another three-point play completed by Adedo. Back to 39 points between the two teams, 86-47. Under 6 minutes left to play. Groom picking up a top screen from Smith. He's going to get to the elbow, now down to the baseline. Bounce pass to Smith. Little hook shot is going to be up and in. Two more for Smith. Carballo will bring it back up the court. He'll have a conversation with Gordon coming up. Jimmy Jones set to come in with Apollo Beck on the next stop for the Tetons. Dietz looking for someone. Taken away by Smith. Off to the races. Back comes Adedo, and it's going to call a foul on the way up by Adedo, and the jam couldn't go through for Smith, but it is going to be a foul on Abby and a chance for Jacob Smith to try and hit a three-point play of his own. Gordon and Dietz coming out of the game. Beck and Jones coming in. Lone starter out on the court for Williston State is Abby Adedo. First one, not up by Smith, no good, pulled down by Abby. Over to Beck. Beck crosses over, up to Abby on the perimeter, looking to drive it in there. He's going to put it up. That one is good. Two more for Abby. Trent is bringing it up the court, 49-40. Jacks pushing it up on top of the perimeter. Trentis spins, gets it off to Smith from the wing. That's up, no good. Abby again, bullets it out to Beck. Beck will slow it down, push it through, drive it. He'll get in. He's going to be swallowed up by Anderson. They both fall over, and they'll say play on. Groom drives it just inside the perimeter. Up to Smith. He turns it away over to Trentis. Gets to the free throw line. Back up to Taylor. Smith now mid-range, little hook, up and in. Two more for Smith. Inbound play. Coming back to Caraballo. He'll push it up the court. Coach Herman calling a play out that he wants the Tetons to run here with 4:30 left to go in the game. Hands it off to Beck. Beck, quick three-pointer. That'll be no good. Pulled down by Smith. Smith off to the races. He'll throw it up to Taylor. Taylor saves it into Groom. Groom gets Jones up in the air. Shot is going to be no good, and he gets a bailout foul called on the Tetons with 4:18 left to go. Jimmy Jones is going to pick up his first personal, 4th team foul. And that will send Max Groom to the line for a couple of shots. Groom's first one up and on the way is going to be good, 93-49. As coming out of the game will be Adato. Back in is Johnson Lewis. One more shot for Groom. On the way, that one is good as well. Now 94-49. Back up the court comes Carballo. Working up the court for Williston State. He's looking to drive, gets to the elbow, forces it down low to Johnson Lewis. Couldn't handle the pass, and just about steals it back away from Smith. Back comes Groom. He'll race up. Carballo gets pushed off, and Groom gets to the elbow to Taylor, to Trahan in the corner for 3, and in and out it's going to go. Smith comes down with it, takes a power dribble, hook shot up and in, 2 more for Smith. Has a good 3 inches over everyone else on the court, as well as a good 30 pounds. Carballo up on top to Gonczarowski, into the corner for Jones. Jones takes a dribble, slips it up to Beck on the wing. Beck, jump pass over to Carballo from range. That is off the mark. Pulled down by Smith. He'll push it up to Anderson. Anderson, up he goes, spin move, and he's going to look to find it over to Groom in the corner. No good and out of bounds here with 3:26 left to go. Smith goes out of the game. Baptiste comes back in, and also checking out is Apollo Beck, and Andrew Dunham will come into the game for the first time. 1-point game down in Devil's Lake, 73-72 with 9.6 seconds left, and Bismarck State will have the ball up 1. Back comes Carballo for the Tetons, crosses over. He's going to get down to the paint. He's going to be blocked by Groom. Bound among the trees. They're going to call a foul underneath. We'll put Benji Carballo to the line. That's going to be a foul on Anderson here with 3:15 left to go in the game. Carballo at the stripe, his first free throw of the contest. Benji takes his dribbles. First one on the way. That is off the mark, no good. Pulled down by Trahan. He'll push it up ahead. Across the timeline, over to Anderson. Anderson swings it back to Trahan. Carballo all over him, in the corner to Groom. Groom, big pump fake, gets Gonczarowski by him. 3-pointer on the way. Trahan comes down with the rebound, puts it up. That's no good. Pulled down by Johnson Lewis. He'll take it down the court. He's going to spin, just about lost to control. Long pass to Dunham. Dunham gets towards the paint, kicks it out on top to Jones. Jones fires. That is off, no good. Groom comes down with the rebound, under 3 minutes left. Back up the court comes Baptiste. He has it underneath. Forces one up. That's going to be up and in, 98-49. Just over 2.5 left. Back up the court comes Carballo. Has it up on top. Bounces it over to Gonczarowski. Baseline drive on Taylor. Swings it back to Dunham. Dunham pump fake to Gonczarowski. Up on top to Jones. They give him room to shoot, and he fires off the mark. Groom's going to come down with it. The Jacks have 2.5 minutes, looking to get 100. Groom on the drive, kicked out of bounds, and last touch by Groom. And it's Carballo and Jones help him back up to his feet. So it's 98-49. Tetons trailing, still pushing hard in this one. Benji Carballo back up the court, over to Gonczarowski. He gets to the elbow, pull-up jumper, up and in. Gonczarowski knocks one down, 98-51. Groom coming back up the court. A big of a screen on top from Baptiste. Return over to Anderson. Anderson high post to Baptiste. He's going to pull the trigger. That's going to be up, no good. Tipped up by Anderson into the hands of Johnson Lewis. Over to Carballo. Carballo brings it up to the wing. Calls for a clear out. He'll hand it off to Gonczarowski. Pulls the trigger. That is going to be just wide of the rim. Out of bounds it sails with 1.5 minutes left to go. Back is going to come up the court is Groom. Groom will walk it across the timeline. 1:27 left. Swinging over to the corner. Trahan calling out for a screen from Baptiste. Looking to drive. Over to Groom. Groom pulls it up to Anderson. Anderson thought about a 3. Back to Groom to Trahan. Trahan wide open, and that is going to be off the mark. Tipped out of bounds by Groom, and will give it back to Williston State. 1:11 left to go. So Trantis coming back into the game for Trahan. And Jones is set to inbound the ball to Caraballo here with 1:11 left to go. Gets the ball in. Back come the Tetons up the court. Looking to get it in over to Dunham. Back up to Caraballo. Caraballo in the corner. Johnson Lewis for three. That's going to be over everything. Smith saves it in to Trantis. Trantis up the court. He'll get by Caraballo. Gio step down through, and that's going to be a foul on Andrew Dunham on Max Groom here with 5:52 seconds left to go. Sending Groom to the line for a pair. Dunham with his first personal, 5th team foul. Groom at the stripe for the first one. Up and good. He'll have one more coming from the line. Looking to get the Jacks in triple digits, and he does. Hits the 100-point mark, now 100-51. Caraballo comes up the court, lose it. Groom takes it away, and there's going to be stripped back by Gonczarowski. Grady comes back, screen from Johnson Lewis. Grady pull it back over to Jones in the corner. Curls through, nothing there. Johnson Lewis on top. He's going to go on the drive. Steps back over to Dunham. Dunham hands it to Jones in the corner. He'll push up back towards the top, looking for Gonczarowski. Under a half a minute left, 4 on the shot clock. Grady's shot is going to be up, no good. Tipped out of bounds on the rebound attempt by the Lumberjacks. 21 seconds left to go. Back at the boundary line, Caraballo set to get it in. Looking for Gonczarowski, catches it on the baseline. Turnaround jumper up and in. 2 more for Grady Gonczarowski. It's under 20 seconds left to go, and the Lumberjacks will take it across the timeline, and they'll dribble this one out. Wilson State will drop by 47 points. 100-53 here from the well in Williston. As the final seconds tick off the clock, there's still a couple seconds left on the game down in Devil's Lake. While we wait for the final of that one, we're going to step aside for a 5-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have the post-game report here from the well in Williston.
Of all your choices for a financial institution, clearly the best is the West. Western Cooperative Credit Union is money done the Western way. WCCU provides you with good old-fashioned Western hospitality every time you walk through our door. We treat you like neighbors ought to treat each other, because that's just who we are, neighbors. So head west. You'll know you're here when you see the bison on our sign. Join the herd at Western Cooperative Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
McDonald's of Williston is proud to support all the Williston State Teton athletic teams and would like to wish them success this season. McDonald's would like to thank the community of Williston and the surrounding area for your patronage over the years. Hey, the next time you're in town, stop by McDonald's for a great meal or a quick snack. McDonald's of Williston. Breakfast, lunch, or dessert, come on into McDonald's of Williston. Proud to be a part of Teton Athletics and proud to be part of the Williston community.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
You don't have to drive hundreds of miles to get a great deal on a new or used vehicle. Price sells cars at Williston Auto. We're in the business of beating the deal from any dealer. Go ahead, shop around from Bismarck to Billings. Then bring us their best deal. We'll squish it like a bug and beat it like a rented mule. No animals or insects were injured while making this commercial. Price sells cars at Williston Auto and WillistonAuto.com. See dealer for details.
G&G Pharmacy, an independent, locally owned retail pharmacy committed to providing you top-notch customer service from their friendly, fast, and knowledgeable staff. Open 7 days a week. G&G Pharmacy offers the convenience of a drive-through window and a traditional retail store. Melissa and Doug toys available at their downtown Service Drug location. And no more wondering when your prescription's ready. Use the mobile app or receive a text message when it's ready from G&G Pharmacy. 572-RXRX. That's 572-7979.
From their humble beginnings in 1910 through 4 generations, family-owned First International Bank and Trust has been delivering on the promise to help dreams come true, one customer at a time. Their style of banking places the focus on you first and your overall experience, keeping your best interests in mind and striving to provide smart financial solutions that improve and simplify your life, letting you get back to what matters most. First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
On Sundays, your NFL team is always playing at Buffalo Wild Wings. With 63 HD TVs having the NFL package, you will not miss a minute of action. Enjoy wings, salads, sandwiches, and more as your teams take the field. Come in and fan up while enjoying the variety of beers on tap from kickoff to the final whistle. Located at 417 Rieger Drive in Williston, North Dakota, football lives here. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beers, sports.
Performance Plus, something new from American State Bank and Trust Company, an account that fits your active lifestyle. Free digital banking services including bill pay, remote deposit, and e-statements, an instant issue debit card, limited ATM fee refunds, and no maintenance fees. Go to ASBT.com for terms and conditions and stop in our Main or North offices to open your new Performance Plus account. Banking the American State way. It's banking your way with Performance Plus. Member FDIC.
Earning your degree doesn't mean putting your life on hold. Williston State College offers a wide array of associate and associate of applied science programs that fit your busy lifestyle. They are flexible, convenient, and career-focused to what your goals are and taught by experienced and engaged faculty. With 13 CTE and 15 academic programs, you can take classes fully online to meet the demands of life on the farm, in the patch, or simply raising a family.
Williston State College, where the people make the difference. Please visit online at willistonstate.edu/apply.
So you need a new vehicle. You've done your homework, and a new Honda would be perfect. Reliable, fuel efficient, stylish, perfect. But where do you go? Why not your hometown Honda dealer, Ryan Honda at Ryan Motors in Williston. We have a nice selection of affordable new Hondas, and when it comes time for service, Ryan Honda's authorized Honda Service Center will keep your Honda running its best for years. Come see us today, your full-service hometown Honda dealership, Ryan Honda at Ryan Motors in Williston, or shop ryanhonda.net.
Mike Ritter back here. We are post-game. This is the First International Bank and Trust post-game show right here from 660 Keys News Radio, bringing you the stats, starting off with Dakota College at Bottineau in their 100-53 win over the Tetons. Couple of players each scoring 26 points for the Lumberjacks. Jacob Smith, 12 of 16 from the field, 2 of 4 from deep for his 26 points. And Brendan Redhead, 8 of 12 from beyond the arc, 9 of 14 overall in the game for 26 points. 15 from Max Groom, going 5 of 7 with a three-pointer and 4 of 4 from the line. Woodson Baptiste with 12 points, 6 of 12 from the floor. 8 points coming in from Connor Trahan. He was 3 of 6 from the field, including 2 three-pointers. And Lucas Trantis was 3 of 12 from the field, 1 of 5 from deep. Also 2 points is Shandon Judd Dane Anderson with 2 points on 1 of 3 shooting. Dakota College of Bottineau had 49 total rebounds in the game, 37 defensive, 11 offensive, 29 assists on 41 made baskets, 11 steals, 2 blocks, and 13 turnovers. In the game, they shot 55% from the field, 43% from beyond the arc, and 57% from the charity stripe, going 4 of 7. Total, they made 14 three-pointers, 14 of 32,